It's been a season of highs and lows for Jose Mourinho, but he could put Manchester United on the precipice of another title this Saturday. The FA Cup semi-finals resume this weekend at Wembley Stadium, with Manchester United facing off against Tottenham and Chelsea battling Swansea. It's a pair of great matchups with plenty of enticing storylines to watch ahead of and during the games. All our coverage of Arsene Wenger's decision to step down, Manchester United vs. Tottenham Hotspur, 12:15 p.m. ET Saturday. Jose Mourinho lost a lot of the goodwill earned after Man United's win over Manchester City as his side capitulated in a 1-0 defeat to last-place West Bromwich Albion. Now, with a week to stew on that result, Mourinho is just 2 games away from raising another piece of silverware for Man United, though it won't exactly be the trophy the fans were hoping for. At the same time, Tottenham, a team on the up-and-up, would love to win the FA Cup and take control fully of North London from rivals Arsenal. A trip to the final for Tottenham would be the next step in the club's climb to greatness. Chelsea vs. Southampton, 10 a.m. Eastern Time Sunday. It's been a disappointing season for both clubs, but on different levels. Chelsea, the defending league champions, has struggled most of the season to consistently score goals and will likely finish outside of Europe, unless they make the final of the FA Cup. So there's a lot riding on the line for Chelsea heading into Sunday's match. For Southampton, with Mark Hughes now in charge, it's almost a throwaway game. If they win, they could be the first team since Wigan to be relegated and qualify for European football the next season, but it could also be a game in which the beleaguered squad could gain some confidence beating one of the big clubs in England. In Switzerland, AP, UEFA says the Europa League trophy was not damaged after being stolen in Mexico. The silverware was at a promotional event in the central city of Lyon when it was reported by authorities to have been taken from a vehicle. The theft came ahead of the semi-finals of Europe's second-tier club competition. UEFA says the Europa League trophy was in Mexico for a partner event and got briefly stolen. It was quickly recovered and has suffered no damages. In the semi-final first legs next week, Arsenal plays Atletico Madrid and Marseille takes on Salzburg. A roundup of all of Saturday's action in Italy's top flight. Man United reach FA Cup final, Premier League preview, SPAL 2013-03 Roma. A few hours after a reserves-heavy Liverpool side played last place West Bromwich Albion to a 2-2 draw in the Premier League. Roma, the Reds' UEFA Champions League semi-final foes beginning Tuesday, hammered 17th place SPAL on the back of goals scored by Raja Nainggolan and Patrick Schick. Roma shocked the world and Barcelona to reach the semi-finals, but still have a battle on their hands to finish inside Serie A's top 4 and qualify for next season's Champions League. Following Saturday's victory, Eusebio Di Francesco's side is 3 and 4 points clear of 4th and 5th place Lazio and Inter Milan, respectively, though both of the chasing sides play on Sunday. AC Milan 0-1 Benevento. The 2017-18 season has treated AC Milan, who spent massively last summer, far worse than Roma. Following Sunday's home defeat to first-year top-flight and last-place side Benevento's Gennaro Gattuso's side sits 6th, final automatic Europa League place, and lead 7th place Atalanta, who play on Sunday, by just 2 points. Pietro Iemelo scored the game's only goal in the 29th minute. Elsewhere in Serie A, Sassuolo 1-0 Fiorentina. Sunday's Serie A schedule: Cagliari vs. Bologna, 6:30 a.m. ET Lazio vs. Sampdoria, 9 a.m. ET Chievo vs. Inter Milan, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Atalanta vs. Torino, 9 a.m. ET Udinese vs. Crotone, 9 a.m. ET Juventus vs. Napoli, 2:45 p.m. ET follow at Andid MLS Madrid. AP, Barcelona became the first team in 85 years to win 4 straight Copa del Rey titles after blowing away Sevilla 5-0 in the final on Saturday. Luis Suarez scored twice, and Lionel Messi, Andres Iniesta, and Philippe Coutinho also made the scoresheet for Barcelona's record-extending 30th Copa triumph, and 6th in the last decade. Trophy 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 trophy. The final took place at Atletico Madrid's Wanda Metropolitano Stadium in the capital amid the ongoing political turmoil involving Catalonia's bid for independence. There were cheers by part of the Barcelona crowd when the national anthem was played, but the boos were largely subdued by the reaction of the numerous Sevilla fans in the crowd. Spain's King Felipe VI smiled and saluted the fans after the anthem. No other team had won 4 Copa titles in a row since Athletic Bilbao from 1930 to 33. The only other team to do it was Real Madrid from 1905 to 08. Barcelona lost a chance to win the treble when it was eliminated by Roma in the quarter-finals of the Champions League, but it is 3 points away from winning the Spanish league. Manchester City will play as the confirmed champions of the Premier League, though they won't celebrate as such for a couple more weeks, on Sunday. Meanwhile, the only manager Arsenal have known for more than 2 decades begins saying goodbye. More. Man United come back to beat Spurs, reach FA Cup final, Arsenal vs. West Ham United, 8:30 a.m. ET, on NBCSN and NBCSports.com, so begins the Arsene Wenger farewell tour, and with a London derby at that. Wenger announced on Friday that he'll leave Arsenal at the end of the current season, which has little to no chance of seeing the Gunners finish in the PL's top 5, let alone the top 4. Sunday's clash with West Ham will be the first of Wenger's 3 remaining games at the Emirates Stadium, including the Europa League semi-final against Atletico Madrid on Thursday. Fortunately for Wenger, 3 of his final 5-place games, 4 of 7 in all competitions, will be played away from home, where his side has lost 5 straight in league play. Speaking of lost and wayward seasons, 14th place West Ham are almost mathematically clear of relegation. There's currently 3 places and 6 points between themselves and 18th place Southampton. It's hardly the future they imagined upon moving to the London Stadium at the start of last season. Andy Carroll scored the late equaliser in the Hammers' 1-1 draw with Stoke City on Monday, which rescued perhaps a perfectly timed point with all 5 remaining games to be played against sides currently in the top 9, Arsenal, Man City, Leicester, Man United and Everton. Injuries: Arsenal, out, Henrik Mkhitaryan, knee, Santi Cazorla, Achilles, questionable, Jack Wilshere, ankle, West Ham, out, James Collins, hamstring, Sam Byram, ankle, Winston Reid, knee, Mikael Antonio, hamstring, Pedro Obiang, knee, Stoke City vs. Burnley, 8:30 a.m. ET, on NBC Sports. Gold here's what's at stake at the Bet365 Stadium on Sunday. Stoke sit 2 places and 5 points adrift of safety from relegation, with 4 games left to play. 17th place Swansea City have a game in hand, to boot. After 10 seasons in the place, it's looking more and more likely that Paul Lambert, with a tip of the cap to Mark Hughes earlier in the season, will take the Potters back to the championship for the first time since they won promotion in 2008. Burnley trail Arsenal by just 2 points, though the Clarets have played 1 more game than the Gunners, in the race for 6th place. A 6th-place finish would be the club's highest top-flight finish since 1966. 3rd. Injuries: Stoke, questionable, Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting, groin, Burnley, out, Stephen Defour, knee, Scott Arfield, calf, Robbie Brady, knee, Jonathan Walters, fitness, questionable, Ben Mee, knock, George Kevin Nkudu, hamstring. Manchester City vs. Swansea City, 11:30 a.m. ET, on NBCSN and NBCSports.com. While Man City won't lift the Place trophy until their May 6th clash with Huddersfield Town, Sunday's visit from Swansea will be Pep Guardiola's side's first outing since clinching the title courtesy of Man United's defeat to West Bromwich Albion last weekend. Guardiola's focus has turned to breaking the all-time place points record, 95. They currently have 87 with 5 games still to play. In the past, I won the league at Bayern and at Barca with 5, 6 or 7 games left, but the next games were not good, he said this week. We have to think about how many points we can get. It can be a good argument. What we need to do is already done. The points record is not the most important thing, but maybe it can help us to be focused. It would be uncomfortable to finish in a bad way. There always has to be a target, and maybe scoring the most goals and winning the most points will be a good focus. Injuries: Man City, out, Sergio Aguero, knee, Benjamin Mendy, knee, questionable, John Stones, thigh, Swansea, out, Wilfred Boney, knee, Leroy Fair, Achilles, Renato Sanchez, hamstring. Follow at AndyMLS.